Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about tariff and non-tariff barriers. First of all, we are going to talk about tariff barriers. What do you mean by tariff? Tariff is a tax that imposed on goods and services that are traded across the national border of any country. Tariff is a tax that imposed on goods and services that are traded across the national border of any country. And tariff barriers mainly divided into seven parts: specific tariff, ad valorem tariff, compound, or we can say that combined tariff, sliding scale tariff, revenue tariff, anti-dumping tariff, and protective tariff. One by one we discuss about each. First is specific tariff, or we can say specific duty. This duty is based on weight, length, and number of unit of any commodity. Specific duty is based on weight, length, and number of unit of any commodity. For example, government impose 30 rupees as a specific tariff on per liter oil. Second is ad valorem tariff. Ad valorem tariff imposed according to value of commodity. Here we only consider value, or we can say that here we only consider price of commodity. We will not consider weight and length or any other measurement of commodity. For example, a price, or we can say the value of mobile is 50,000. Whenever you do import of this mobile, you have to pay 5,000 as a tariff. So we can say that government impose 10% tariff on total value of one mobile. It will be called ad valorem tariff because this tariff imposed according to value of commodity. Next is compound, or we can say the combined duty. It is combination of specific tariff and ad valorem tariff. Means compound tariff include both tariff, specific tariff as well as ad valorem tariff. Next is sliding scale tariff. This import duty change according to change in prices. Sliding scale tariff change according to change in prices. For example, when price rise, duty will be lower, but when price fall, duty will be higher in order to stabilize overall prices. Next is revenue tariff. This tariff imposed on imported good for the purpose of generating more revenue for government. Revenue tariff imposed on imported goods for the purpose of generating more revenue for government. For example, government imposed so many tariff on luxurious goods in order to generate more income for them. Next is anti-dumping duty, or we can say the anti-dumping tariff. This tariff country uses to protect their domestic industry from cheaper foreign goods. Anti-dumping tariff country uses to protect their domestic industry from cheaper foreign goods. For example, China dump, or we can say China sell their low quality product in India at a very low price. Then obviously people of India will not buy their own country product. As a result, domestic industry will suffer because people of country will only buy Chinese product because prices of Chinese product is very low. Now, in order to protect the domestic industry, government will impose some tariff on Chinese product. As a result, Chinese product will become expensive in India, and the people of India will not buy Chinese product. Now they will start buying their own country product. So, anti-dumping tariff country uses to protect their domestic industry from cheaper foreign goods. Next is protective tariff. Protective tariff are taxes, duties, or any fee that impose on foreign goods in order to protect their domestic industry. And main motive of protective tariff to reduce competition with international businesses. Now we will see non-tariff barriers. In non-tariff barriers, we don't impose any kind of taxes. We just impose some restriction. In non-tariff barriers, we don't impose any kind of taxes. We just impose some restrictions. And non-tariff barriers are quota system, voluntary export restriction, product standards, embargoes, labeling and testing standard, specific permission requirement, and other non-tariff barriers. One by one we discuss about each. First non-tariff barrier is quota system. In quota system, government impose restriction on quantity. In quota system, government impose restriction on quantity. For example, you were continue doing import of mobile from China and selling in your country, but now government impose restriction on quantity. For example, government said you can do maximum import of 1 lakh quantity, not more than it. Next is voluntary export restriction, or we can say VER. In VER, exporting country voluntary restrict, or we can say in VER, exporting country voluntary reduce its export because importing country requesting or making some pressure on exporting country. Please listen carefully. In VER, exporting nation voluntarily reduce its export because importing country doing request or making some pressure. For example, there are two countries, A and B. A is exporting country, B is importing country. Means A is doing export in B, and export of A is import for B. As we know, import are harmful for our nation. Na? That's why B country request A country, please reduce your export in our country. So by request of B, A reduce its export in B country, it will be called VER. Japan imposed VER on its auto export in USA when USA make pressure in Japan in 1980. Next non-tariff barrier is product standard. Most developed countries impose some product standard for imported goods. Most developed countries impose some product standard for imported goods. If imported goods are not according to this standard, then it will not allow in their country. For example, some country announce only ISO quality mark product are allowed in their country, others are not. Next is embargoes. Under embargoes, countries officially ban trade or other commercial activity with some countries. Under embargo, countries officially ban trade and other commercial activities with some countries, and it work as a non-tariff barriers. Next is labeling and testing standard. Sometimes importing countries set very complex labeling and testing standard. As a result, it become very difficult for exporting country to do import with this country, so they will not do, and it work as a non-tariff barrier. Next is specific permission requirement. As we know, license is must when you are doing import with any country, but sometime importing country deliberately set a very complex, costly and time consuming procedure for getting a license, and it become very difficult for exporting country to acquire this license, so they decide they will not do import in this country, and it work as a non-tariff barrier. Next non-tariff barriers include health and safety regulation. Sometimes country not allow product because this is not good for health, and sometimes exporting country have to face so many technical formalities. For example, what kind of raw material process procedure they use for making this product, and sometime country don't allow import of this product because this product is not good for their environment. So this is all about tariff and non-tariff barrier. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.